Now, I've been reading a lot of comments recently on my YouTube channel with regards to Amir King Khan. Now, let me get something straight here. Let me get something cleared up here. Because I may see a fight in a different way, or I may see gaping holes in a fighter's makeup, weaknesses, or may be cautious about the way a fighter is or his chances against another fighter, that doesn't make me a hater. I've never said anything derogatory about Amir Khan. All the things I've said about Amir Khan are true. I've said that he's got a suspect chin. I've said he doesn't fight well with big punches. I've said that he tries to fight like a puncher when he hasn't got much punching power himself. I've said that he's not physically very strong. I've said that he has got quick hands, but does tend to throw a lot of punches that don't actually hit the target. I've said a lot of things about Amir Khan. I've said that had he had a proper trainer, he'd be far better fighter than he is today. And I've said those things about Amir Khan, and you've seen in fights for yourselves, those who are honest about Amir Khan. I've never questioned Amir Khan's heart. I've never questioned his ability to, want to get in there with the best fighters. I've never said Amir Khan ducks opponents. I've never said that. I've said that Amir Khan fights with his heart on his sleeve and fight with a chip on his shoulder, like he always wants to prove a point. And I've always said when I felt Amir Khan's going to lose a fight, I've said when I thought he's going to lose a fight. And to be honest, I'm not impressed with his trainer, Virgil Hunter. That's a fact. In fact, I'm not impressed with Virgil Hunter as a trainer, full stop. You just have to look at the fight the other day with Karim Mayfield. Karim Mayfield was a shorter fighter, shorter arms, and fighting a guy with a longer reach and taller. And he had Curtis for the whole fight, fighting the majority of the fight on the outside. Anybody who's got any boxing knowledge knows the shorter guy, it's his fight. He's got to fight on the inside. He's got to get on the inside. That'd be like Mike Tyson standing on the outside and trying to out jab Lennox Lewis. It's just stupid. You just don't do that. And all through the fight, Virgil Hunter's talking to him, really calmly in the corner and saying to him, you need to motivate yourself, And Virgil Hunter, at no point I heard him say, close the range down on this guy, get him against the ropes, back him up against the ropes, and let's make him have a fight. But that's what the shorter guy's meant to do. He had Mayfield fighting on the outside. And the last round of the fight, he started saying to Mayfield, you need to believe in yourself, and this is it. I mean, Virgil Hunter is no more than a cheerleader, but a very smooth-talking cheerleader. There's no sort of passion with Virgil Hunter. And I don't rate him as a trainer. I mean, yes, he's done well with Andre Ward. He's an exceptionally talented fighter, and he's looked after Andre Ward since he was 9 years old. But let's be honest, what else has Virgil Hunter done? Really, what has he done? So let's get back to the Amir Khan thing. And with regards to the Luis Collazo fight. Now, the things I've said about Amir Khan, people bring up the thing about Kell Brook, but let's be honest, Kell Brook has still not fought nobody in the top 10. So those people who keep jumping on the Kell Brook bandwagon, my question is, who has Kell Brook fought in the top 10? Who has Kell Brook fought in the top 10? In the welterweight division? He hasn't. You could say the same for Amir Khan, but Amir Khan is a two-time world champion, a unified world champion. Khan's been in the ring with Judah, he's been in the ring with Garcia, he's been in the ring with Prescott, he's been in the ring with Maidana. Maidana's now a world champion, he's now fighting Mayweather in a unification bout. How many fighters has Kell Brook fought who's going to fight in a unification bout? How many bona fide world champions has Kell Brook been in the ring with? This is my point. So all these people are talking about Amir Khan having to fight Kell Brook. Kell Brook hasn't fought anybody. He hasn't fought anybody. The best fight he would have had would have been against Devon Alexander. That'd been his best fight, and Devon Alexander was a world champion, and was a world champion at the time. So all this talk about Kell Brook, I don't hate Kell Brook, but he hasn't fought a legit fighter in the top 10 yet. So until he fights somebody legit top 10, why do you keep jumping about talking about Kell Brook? Don't get it. Don't get it. You have to see him operate at the highest level. At least you've seen Amir Khan fight, win at the highest level, and lose at the highest level. So I will defend Amir Khan to the end of the world when you talk about Kell Brook, until Kell Brook steps up and fights somebody of world class fighter. All right. So going back to Amir Khan, people saying to me now, you're going to see an improved Amir Khan, right? Well, how's he going to? Where's this great improvement? You saw his fight against Molina, against a lightweight, and you know he didn't look impressed against Molina, and he was still getting caught with the same punches he got caught with against Danny Garcia. He fought against Diaz. Diaz dropped him and was tagging him and hurting him in the fight. Now remember, Amir Khan has not fought in the welterweight division. You're saying this fight he had against Diaz, but Diaz is not a bona fide welterweight, I don't think. You know, and now he's going to fight, you know, Collazo, who's fought big, strong welterweights. I say for Ortiz, he's been in the ring with Mosley. You know, I mean, and I believe he fought Berto. So I mean, all this thing about Amir Khan's going to be a better. What's Amir Khan going to improve in? If Freddie Roach, right, who I think is a better trainer than Virgil Hunter, at least in the attacking. You can't knock Freddie Roach in terms of getting his fighters to be able to attack. But Amir Khan's problem was never his attack. Amir Khan's problem technically was his defense, because he doesn't have the greatest chin. So what you need to be able to do is be able to defend your chin better, which means you need to be able to tuck up more. You need to be more defensively responsible. The reason why Amir Khan's lost certain fights is because he's been defensively irresponsible. So to correct the problem is to look at the problems that have caused you to get knocked out. When he got knocked out by Prescott, he was irresponsible. He was irresponsible defensively. When he got knocked out by Garcia, again, defensively irresponsible, left his chin in the air, and Garcia was there. Garcia's best punch is his left hook. So Amir Khan's in a trade-off and allows Garcia to drop and throw a left hook. Now, a lot of people don't see this, but before Garcia threw that big left hook, he threw 2 hard body shots. He brought Khan's guard down and then threw the left hook over the top. So it wasn't just a wild left hook that Garcia threw. So, you know, level opposition is key when you're fighting big fights. I'm not knocking Khan for that. What I'm saying is, if you're going to say an improved Khan, and you're going to say Virgil Hunt is going to teach him how to be an improved Khan, I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I think we're going to see the same Amir Khan, or even worse Amir Khan, against Luis Collazo. And remember, he struggled against Diaz. And you could say, well, Diaz, you know, he's not as good as he used to be, and he struggled against Khan. But yet, the same Diaz is now going to fight Keith Thurman, and everyone's saying that, you know, Diaz is finishing, and Thurman should be fighting this guy because Diaz is a bum. So make your minds up. It's either Diaz is a good fighter or Diaz is a bum. If Diaz is a bum, well, he's a bum for Amir Khan. In that case, then Khan couldn't get past the bum. He just about struggled to get past the bum. So what's your views on Collazo then? Is Collazo a bum as well? You know, Collazo's teeth tough. You know, he can dig. He's a crafty boxer and moves fairly well. And for me, why do I think Khan will lose? Why do I feel Khan will lose the fight? Well, I think that motivation is a key thing here. What's going to motivate Khan to beat Collazo? Yeah, he's got to fight the fight with Mayweather, but he still has to get past Collazo. Collazo's different. Collazo says, well, if I beat Amir Khan, it's lots of money for me anyway. I beat Khan, I'm there. So Collazo's he's taking the opportunity against Ortiz, and now he's going to take this opportunity with Khan. So you're going to have Collazo coming out of tracks fast. And Khan does the same thing in every fight. Go look at Khan and tell me, from when he was fighting when he had Oliver Harrison as his trainer, right through to now when he left Freddie Roach, through to now where he's Virgil Hunter, he's making the same mistakes. Look how he got knocked down by Diaz. Didn't he have Virgil Hunter in his corner? Look how he got dropped by Garcia. Didn't he get dropped by a left hook? Look at when he fought Prescott. He's still making the same mistakes. He's still rushing out the corner in the first round, throwing lots of punches. You know, so I think I'm just being honest, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm not hating Amir Khan. I'm just looking at glaring weaknesses and areas. Can he outbox Collazo? He could outbox Collazo. I'm not saying he couldn't. But the likelihood of him getting tagged by Collazo in his fight, and you saw what Collazo did to Ortiz. Yeah, Khan may get up. He may get up, but I think at some point in there there'll be an exchange, and I believe that Collazo will catch Khan and wobble him. And like I said, Diaz wobbled him, and Diaz is not known as a big puncher, so you know. That's my point about Amir Khan. I don't want to keep going over this point. I don't hate any fighters, and anybody who turns and says that I'm a hater, I think you need to go in a dictionary and understand what the word hate means. I don't hate any fighter. I respect every fighter that gets in the ring. There are some fighters that I prefer and enjoy watching. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching Amir Khan fight because it's a fight that's always exciting. So I don't hate him. I don't want to hear no more about this hate nonsense. Don't bring it on my channel. Right? Because I'll just delete you, and simple as that. I ain't got time to talk about this hate. I'm not even entertaining it. I don't hate no fighters. I love every fighter. In terms of, you know, anybody gets in the ring I've got respect for. But there are fights that I prefer. So let's get that out of the way. And yeah, I believe, in my personal opinion, that Collazo beats Khan. That's what I think. I think if Collazo keeps Khan on the back foot, traps him against the ropes, I think that's Collazo's fight. But, you know, there are a lot of people who agree with me on it, and a lot of people disagree. But those are my thoughts. I think that's about it. I'm out.